Hello, everyone, and good morning. Welcome to today's show. I am so excited to read AOC, aka Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's chart today. As you all know, I am a huge AOC fan, and it was really fun to do a deep dive into her chart yesterday. I was on the lovely Ali show, and someone asked about her, and I went, that would be a really fun idea for a show. So I wanted to go ahead and provide this for you today. Now, I worked on this all day yesterday, and I created some really fun slides for you guys so that you can follow along. And I hope that you can get a lot from this because I think this is a very inspirational figure in today's history and someone that we should be paying attention to. So it's lovely to see you, Nancy. Good morning. Thank you for the Ganesha stickers. And Jonathan says, hello, everyone. Say hi, Jonathan. And the lovely Teresa is here. It is lovely to see you too, Teresa. And Hershey just popped in. Lovely to see you, Hershey. So as I was saying, we're going to go ahead and go into AOC's chart today. And I did a lot of homework for you guys. So I'm so excited to read this for you. Oh, and I'm also going to be on with Gerald later today for reading. So you guys can join us. I'm really looking forward to seeing him because he's just fabulous. Hello, Laura. Lovely to see you. Welcome, welcome. All right. So as you guys pop in, I'm just going to go ahead and get started because I'm excited to give this to y'all. All right. And if you have to leave early, please come back and watch it because I put a ton of research and energy into this and I'm really excited about it. Okay. So let's get into AOC's astrology chart revealed. So let's spill some cosmic tea. We are diving into her planetary placements for unraveling of stars behind her beautiful and fiery persona. And so we're going to get ready for some astrological drama, some karmic twists, some celestial secrets, because we are going to find out what is driving her political power. So prepare for a wild ride because this woman is incredible. All right, so first let's talk about her vibe. Her Vedic ascendant. This is her cosmic first impression, the mask she wears, how the world perceives her, and the vibe that she projects. It is the sunrise over her birth chart, setting the stage for her life's play. So, what is her ascendant in? Jyeshta. That is nestled entirely within Scorpio in a cosmic crossroads. Think of it as a spiritual off-ramp where the soul decides if it's staying on the highway of materialism or finally taking that scenic route to enlightenment. This isn't a gentle nudge. It's more like a cosmic intervention, whether she's ready or not. Okay? So, what does that mean? Jyeshta packs a punch, symbolized by the elder sister, representing a sudden surge of responsibility for others. It also embodies the middle finger, not in a rude way, but as a yogic tool to control the breath during pranayama, which is vital for spiritual awakening. And I did a show on how to do pranayama yesterday. It was one of the methodologies that you're welcome to follow up on. And then there is the Ganges. That is a sacred river, and it signifies the deep cleanse of karmic baggage that she is coming to do in this birth. You know, every year they call it Kumbh Mela. Spiritual aspirants will take a dip in the Ganges and imagine all of their karma washing away. That's what she's doing in this birth, and that's why she's such a freedom warrior for others. Now, essentially, Jyeshta forces the shedding of old, lower vibrational patterns to make way for a higher existence. This birth is a time of intense transformation for her, and it's going to push her to purify herself through selfless service, breath control, and spiritual practices like yoga and meditation. Now, without this inner cleansing, her mind will remain restless and cling to familiar distractions of the material world. So this birth for her is a cosmic reset button, urging her to shift from external gratification to internal wisdom. So let's talk about her overall purpose in life. Jyeshta throws her into the court of Indra, the king, the cosmic king of the senses. You guys can think of Indra as the ultimate influencer that controls her insight, her sight, her sound, her smell, her taste, her touch, all the things that keep us all glued to this material world. Jyeshta, her ascendant, demands that she wrestles back control from these indriyas, these senses, through yoga, breath work, and meditation. It's all about enjoying life's pleasures, but not letting them run the show. She's graduating from a sensory puppet to a more conscious conductor. So she's moving out of the body experience, which makes her an advanced soul, guys. Okay. So, adding to the mix, Jyeshta is also ruled by Mercury. Mercury is the cosmic messenger, and Mercury is her intellect, her wit, her ability to talk her way in or out of anything. So she's probably used these Mercury skills to also climb the material ladder, which we've seen. But now Jyeshta is asking her to pivot, to use her mental prowess for something bigger, something spiritual. As Mercury's curiosity kicks in, it's going to send her down a rabbit hole of mystery, nudging her into new and more enlightened paths. It's like Mercury saying, hey, AOC, you've mastered the material world. You've figured out how this place works. Now let's see what you can do with the cosmos. So let's look at her beautiful symbols. Think bling and VIP protection. Her inner snake or kundalini is going to awaken. That dragon blasts through the chakras, and it's going to reveal a lot of cosmic clarity in her life. The ancient sages wore earrings as proof of this. Then there's the parasol. That's the umbrella there. Her royal umbrella earned her the taming of her chaos. Okay, we all have that. She learned to tame it. And Jyeshta is all about spiritual awakening and VIP status, which is what gives her the crowds. It's what gives her the attention. Okay. So let's talk about her divine Shakti. He is a dragon slayer, y'all. This is where Donald Trump's descendant is. I'll stop there. So she's ready for some battle-ready courage. Indra gifts her with take down your enemies upgrades, but they're also inner dragons in her case. So like Indra slaying Varitra, she is facing her karmic beast. This is a laser-focused showdown and not a causal fight. So let's look at other famous Jyeshta ascendants. We've got Alyssa Milano, Angela Merkel, Bob Marley, Brad Pitt, Bradley Cooper, Brigitte Bardot, Celine Dion, Elizabeth Taylor, Elvis Presley, Kim Kardashian, Paris Hilton, Winona Ryder, and Princess Diana. So lots of good company there with her in Jyeshta. But know that AOC is not just fighting. She's becoming her own superhero, conquering inner chaos and unlocking her true superpower. I love this quote from her. The idea that a woman can be as powerful as a man is something that our society can't deal with. But I am as powerful as a man, and it drives them crazy. I love that. So let's look at her health and motivation. Now, Jyeshta's Ayurvedic vibe is Vata. So think air sign in human form. This means that she can be prone to stress and chills. So self-care is non-negotiable. She needs hot oil massages. She needs warm, comforting food. She needs a chill sanctuary, and those are all of her best friends. And her motivation. Her motivation is Artha. Artha is Sanskrit for driven to succeed in the material world. And Arthas also want the spotlight. So esteem from others absolutely fuels her. And she knows that from status and wealth, she can pave the way forward for her spiritual journey as well. So let's look at her strengths. She's a born leader. She's persuasive. She's powerful. She's sensual. She's driven, and she's luxurious. Weaknesses. She can be harsh, proud, struggle with jealousy sometimes, controlling. She can fall into addictions. She can be revengeful and hypocritical. Again, these are all potential strengths and weaknesses for Jyeshtas in general. Okay. So now let's take a look at her inner life. This is her moon in Uttara Bhadrapada. So her moon in Uttara Bhadra is deep in Pisces. That whispers of higher auspicious blessings. But her story starts with a cosmic fast forward. Saturn's influence meant she had to grow up quick, shouldering adult burdens early. Parents unable to parent, or a childhood without a lot of wiggle room. So here's the twist. She has a hidden intuition, and this is her secret weapon against all of those early hurdles and how she was able to overcome them. So Saturn, the cosmic teacher, put her through karmic boot camp as a kid, a gig usually reserved for grown-ups. This created frustration, but forged a maturity beyond her years and sharpened her psychic senses. She also learned to stabilize during chaos and turned resistance into resilience. This is where she gets her power from, guys. It's pretty cool. So enter Adhere Budyana. This is a Shiva-like cosmic cobra. This reveals her deep subconscious. He is an inner wise serpent, and he carries all of the worlds, symbolizing her boundless consciousness. You can think of him as her personal cosmic internet, connecting her to the collective mind. And being Vishwakarma's son, he pushes her to build a better future, knowing her actions will ripple throughout all of the lives around her. Talk about a powerful being, you guys. This is what's behind her. That's pretty freaking cool. So Uttara's Bhadra's symbol are the twins, but they represent her duality. It's a spiritual light swimming in material darkness. She's both present and detached, making her a mysterious psychic force. She's got a Zen in the chaos vibe. And her core, she's grounded, she's pure, and she's connected to her higher self. She's mastered the art of inner stillness. Her Ayurvedic fire fuels her bravery, and it leads her to be unafraid to dive into the deep end and get real. Now let's look at her drive. Passion. She is a warrior for justice, activated by suffering, ready to defend humanity. Uttara Bhadra gifts her with versatility. She's a hustler. She wears many hats. Her detachment lets her handle the taboo, death, and the occult, while her insight draws her to mysticism, therapy, and the arts. She could also walk a spiritual path or use her intellect in writing, teaching, or business. Now let's get to her cosmic superpower. We all have one of these, guys. Hers is rain after a drought. She brings rain. She's like a celestial downpour, sharing her cosmic insights and bringing growth and prosperity. She's a conduit, sharing the world's mysteries with those around her. All right. So now let's look at the current energies of her chart. So good news for AOC. Venus is in charge right now and has been since 2023. Venus is ruling her world. She is currently in Venus Mahadashi and Bhukti. This tells me when the planets are activated in a person's chart, and it really gives me very clear timing as to when events can be expected. So this is her cosmic timeline, both good and bad. And Venus has taken the wheel of the car until December of 2043. So buckle up, it's Venus time for AOC. I definitely, if she were a client, recommend that she focus on remedies for Venus now for best results, because wow. So let's talk about her Venus. Her Venus is an Anurata. Venus in Scorpio fuels her fiercely loyal, emotionally charged relationships with women and her unwavering fight for women's health care. These are deep ride or die bonds from a powerful coven against oppression. Scorpio's intensity turns empathy into relentless activism. She is drawn to strong, resilient women, warrior queens, united for justice, and power dynamics may arise. But she channels that energy into fierce protectiveness of women's rights. So don't get scared as I show this next slide. There's a lot going on here. This is Venus in the Vargas. These are just a few of the Vargas that I pulled up. Okay. She's got Venus and Scorpio Anurata, but it moves 12 signs in the Navamsha. What does that mean? That's Libra in the 12. She's going to undergo intense relationship and career transformations during this time. Her ascendant goes from Scorpio to Capricorn in the Navamsha. That reflects a shift, a life marked by significant responsibility. Then she's got a Moon-Venus conjunction with benefics coupled with malefics with the sun and with her father in the D2. That's how she makes money. That hints at paternal loss, which impacted her family's finances. So that's why she had to grow up so fast. Dad wasn't able to provide. Okay. And that Saturn moon conjunction shows that, sorry, the moon Venus conjunction on her mother shows that mom had to work real hard to support the family. So then she's got a Sun Saturn in the 8th house conjunction in Cancer in her Navamsha. That suggests her father's chronic lung-related illness because Cancer rules the lungs. Okay. Then she's got Ketu moon in the D12. The D12 is the parental house, okay? 12th is the house of loss. That indicates parental separation. Moon, it's 12th house D12 placement, ruling the second, points to early financial burdens because the second house is savings. So there was a lot of pressure on her mother during this time and on AOC's emotional state. She was also affected and had to contribute toward the family as well. And if you look at Saturn and Mars in the 11th house, that rules the 7th, Marika, death house. So that indicates hard-earned support from the family. So it was all hands on deck after dad died, and it was a hard time for them. But that's what gave her the fuel to help us all moving forward. That's what gives her that trauma to see other people's trauma. And then you can see from her son, her sun sign, her father's tech brilliance was cut short. That led to a lot of financial strain. That's that Marika, that death house. And then Venus's ups and downs with material comforts are very evident here because, oh gosh, poor Venus. But it's going to be okay because her career, also note this, is about to hit a major plot twist. I'm looking at her D10 chart. Venus in Libra in the 9th moves 12 signs. So she's going to have a lot of international opportunities and spiritual awakening, despite some serious career roadblocks coming her way. She's got an Aquarius lagna and Saturn in Aries. He rules Aquarius in the Vedas. He's going to be in our 3rd house. So that indicates job loss and potential travel hiccups as well. So that's going to be a bit rough. But basically, so what I'm going to say is she's basically going to get fired. Her career will dramatically shift, but here's the silver lining. This is going to open up doors to lucrative foreign connections and a deeper spiritual path with foreign allies. It's a karmic reset, trading her one career chapter for a globally connected, soul-enriching chapter for herself. Okay. Now, I could go on, because these are a lot of Vargas here. I can go on and on with this, but yeah, that's just something I wanted to cover there. So because Venus is in charge of her life right now, let's look at Venus's planetary strength. Now, anything below a 1 is weak. That's animal. Anything above a 2 is deva. So she's a mature soul and she's human in all of these areas. Okay, she's not low, she's not high. I talk about this a lot on the show. When I see like someone below a 1, I'll say it. If I see someone above a 2, woohoo, deva. So her moon, her Jupiter, and her Venus are excellent. Okay, moon represents intuition, motherhood, and nurturing abilities. Jupiter represents the guru, wise advice, children, and her husband. Venus represents wife, women, relationships with women, creativity, and money. So she's got some chops here. Okay. Now let's look at Venus in the shad ball. This is a more expansive look at what's going on. She was born in the Venus year, a Mars month, a Venus day, and a Jupiter hour. So she's very activated right now. She can harness the moon's intuition positively to honor the maternal, paternal, and divine within us all. That's a wonderful remedy. She has good karma in her Drik ball. This is her karmic report card. It's the DRIK. Some people have negative points here. She's good. She's all positive. Her Drekana ball, that is interesting. She's got a lot of zeros there, and that indicates that her male and female roles are switched. Now, this used to be seen as a negative indicator, especially in traditional India, but it's not in modern society because a lot of women are taking on male roles and male roles are taking on the divine feminine and masculine is going back and forth. But most of her planets indicate this trend that she is very masculine in feminine areas and very feminine in a few masculine areas, which is very interesting. And then her Contrati ball, that indicates that Venus is dynamic and ready to work with her. It's a very strong planet there. And she has no planetary wars in her chart. That's a Mayud ball at the end, all those zeros, which is good. We don't want any planetary wars that can result in some bad things happening, okay? All right, now let's talk about auspicious divisions, okay? This is the Viveshika Amsha. It's the planet's superpower button. When activated, planets deliver results like cosmic rock stars. Think planetary yogas, but with deity level energy. They can bloom here, bringing pure, sophic pleasure. So she's got Venus in Kerala Amsha. What that tells me is that Kerala was a just king, destined for greatness, but he didn't sell his soul. So this tells me she's going to stick to her morality no matter what. And when she rules, she sticks to her morals, which is a really beautiful thing. She's not going to sell out. Okay. And then we have Venus in the Shashti chart. Now, again, we're only going into Venus, but there's a lot of planets to talk about here. Now, these are more planet superpowers revealed, but it also goes into the raw karma of her chart. It's the inherited issues and gifts. The M's represent malefics. Those are demons that she's come to fight. The B's are benefics. Those are, higher souls, devas. Okay. So these are her inherited issues and gifts. It's her soul's why, her reincarnation blueprint. So if she resolves the negatives, she can unblock bliss. So Venus in Suda Shashti, that is pure karma unlocked. So let's talk about what that one means in Suda. So Suda means nectar, ambrosia. It's very auspicious. Venus becomes vibrant and carries good energies here. It brings a soft nature and indicates that she can teach others with kindness. And this brings her a lot of luck. And then let's get into, this is what is going to materially support her. Okay, you see all those numbers there? The higher the number, the better. And if you look on the line of Venus, she doesn't have any zeros or ones, but she does have a 2 in Sagittarius. So her Venus is very strong when Venus is going through Cancer and Aquarius. So if she was trying to get something done, especially materially, in this place called Kali Yuga, where material things needed to happen, I'd be like, wait until Venus is in Cancer or wait until Venus is in Aquarius, and you will get a lot of support. Don't make big decisions when Venus is in Sagittarius because there's not a lot of rakas there. Okay. Right now, Venus is retrograded Pisces, and it gives her 5 rakas, which is pretty good. This is out of 8 total. 8 is you have all of the planetary support. 0 means you have none. Okay, so she has a pretty strong Venus here, which is good. But here's something that's really big coming for her. She has got Sati Sati coming. That's Saturn's transit over the moon. This is very difficult. I just went through this. So it's the entire duration of Sati Sati is 7.5 years. It starts in the 12th house from the moon and goes all the way to the 2nd house. She's going to reach the absolute peak March of 2026, but due to the retrogrades and directs, she's going to be going back and forth over this. So her moon resides in her 5th house of Pisces, Uttara Bhadra. So that's going to bring emotional and creative turmoil. Natal Saturn in the 2nd with Neptune and Uranus amplifies financial instability and unexpected shifts in those areas. So she can expect a lot of emotional detachment, creative blocks, and a potential for financial anxieties during this transit. Neptune is involved and can indicate a blind spot. So remedies are definitely needed for Saturn or Shani Dev here. Okay, so let's also talk about her nodal return coming. Imagine Rahu, the cosmic chaos agent, crashing a networking event in her 3rd house of communications and short trips. This is going to throw Capricorn's ambition into the mix. So we can expect her social media to blow up. Maybe she'll suddenly become a podcast superstar. But Rahu's got a win at all costs vibe, so she'll need to watch out for power struggles during this time. Meanwhile, Ketu, that's her south node, that's Rahu's kind of chilled out weird cousin. He's in the 9th house. He's beliefs. He's gurus. He's actually encouraging her to detach from certain areas, which is beautiful because he leads us to moksha. He's going to force her to question everything she thought she knew. Think about an existential crisis meets a travelogue. Okay, so old beliefs will crumble. Weird mentors may appear. She might find herself on a spontaneous spiritual quest. Karmically, this is all about balancing her ambition with the need to detach from the drama and find her inner truth. So a lot of remedies are needed for Rahu and Ketu to prepare her for this. And it's coming. It's a big deal. I went through my nodal return. It brought me back to Vedic astrology, so it was pretty cool. So these are some other things that we can look at, but don't necessarily have time for. I could go into her Vimshatari chart. This is the timing of events. I also could look at astrocartography, where she could go in the world to really build those alliances. We talked about the Vargas. I could go into this all day. I mean, these are all of the, like I told you, there's more than one chart in Vedic astrology. You guys are just seeing a few of them. This is her Panchang. This is the Muhurta divine timing chart. What this tells me is what's coming and how to prepare for it, based on the hour, day, week, month, year, etc. The Varshapal, I also do Kithi and KP charts. These are annual charts that I look at for deeper karmic lessons, health issues, financial stuff, things like that. I also do Prajna, that's a query or death chart. Now, when I say death, I mean, this is like the legacy that someone leaves behind. Not saying that anyone's dying, it's just that this is the timing of events. So when someone passes away, I ask for the time, the date, and everything else, and this tells me what legacy that they are leaving behind for them. And I can also tell you, or give you an idea of what plane of existence they're likely to land on based on what they're leaving behind. Vedic calendar. This is also something I go into as I look at all of the various events happening by day in a person's chart, and I let them know the goods, the bads, the happies, the sads. And then compatibility report. I take two people's chart, I mush it together, and I find out what's good, what's bad, what's happy, what's sad, the strengths and weaknesses that make them work as a couple. Okay. So I did that in a pretty quick amount of time, but I spent a lot of research doing that. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope that you all like. Please share and please subscribe so you can stay updated with all of these wonderful things that I'm coming out with. And yeah, that was a little bit about AOC. So I wanted to say a hi to a few of you in the audience. I see that many of you are coming in. I said hi to Hershey. The lovely Mary is here. And then, oh, you sent a shadow reading to Sherry. That is one to Hershey. That is wonderful. Yeah, we all love Hershey. She is a great asset in this community. The lovely Rooted Willow is here. Good to see you, Tamantha. Welcome, welcome. And you're all saying good morning to each other. I love that. And is that your altar behind you, Tamantha? It's beautiful. That is a beautiful photo. Swampy63, it is lovely to see you. Thank you for joining us. The lovely Phantoma is here. It is great to see you, Phantoma. Welcome, welcome. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for coming and joining this. And then Rose Blue wants me to do one on Jasmine Crockett another day, please. Okay, give me some time because these do take a lot of energy and effort on my part. I know that was quick, but I made all of those slides and I did that reading. So it was a lot of hours. Jonathan can attest to that because he had to sit here while I was trying to work with the formatting. It was fun. And then Mary says, maybe that is where her instinctual organic grassroots organization comes from. It is of her. She does not have the force. Yeah, it is. She was born into this. She literally had to come out of a family who suffered major loss. And you can see it in her chart. I didn't know her father died in the way that he did until I looked at the chart. And I went to Jonathan when I was doing this and I go, what's up with her dad? Like, I know that he passed when she was young, but what is it that gives her so much passion around this? And it was because the family went bankrupt trying to afford his medications. So she personally experienced trauma as a child with the problems with corporate medical systems and the pharmaceutical agencies and things like that. So imagine a kid losing their father to something like that. It's definitely going to leave a deep mark. But what it did was it didn't make her bitter. It emboldened her to help the collective, which I showed you guys. She's a slayer of dragons, which is a really beautiful energy to have in anybody's chart. Okay. So, oh, and I'm so glad that you found it fascinating, Nancy. And welcome, Charlie C. Sage of Fire. Beautiful name. Okay, and you'll watch it again. Thank you so much. That's great. All right. Yeah, the charts have a lot of depth. They're not mine. They're just Vedic charts that I'm able to look at and interpret thanks to my wonderful guru, Kamala Sutton. So it's all on them. I had wonderful teachers. I took a lot of years of study, got my certifications, and I just loved every minute of it. So, oh, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun doing it. And Jonathan helped me with some of the ideas for the slides. So thank you, Jonathan. You put up with me a lot yesterday putting that together. It happened pretty quick, but I wanted to give you guys a really in-depth look at, well, actually it's more like a flyby look at AOC. In-depth would take a lot longer. My average readings are between 2.5 and 3 hours, and that was just a flyby. So imagine how deep I can get in the average person's chart. That's why it takes me a long time to put one together. So, oh, Jane, lovely to see you. Thank you for watching, dear. So yeah, I will definitely make a note for Jasmine Crockett. I'm actually following her on TikTok right now. Oh my gosh, you guys, she's such a powerhouse. And she's really rooted in reality as well. She sees the writing on the wall, and she is a very inspirational character of our age as well that I think it's important to pay attention to as well. And I'm glad you like the reading too, Swampy. So go ahead and leave a comment afterwards, please, with anyone else that you would like me to do a deep dive into. I'm happy to do these. Know that they do take time, so you'll have to give me a little rest in between some of these because they do take a lot out of me and they take time out of my other readings that I give clients and things like that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to any suggestions that you guys have moving forward. And we are sending lots of love to you. Let's see, Rose Blue. Dad is staying in the hospital 2 weeks as they wanted. Okay, we're sending lots of love to you and Dad and Mom right now, Rose Blue. Lots of hugs. Okay. So please share this video if you have any AOC fans or friends, and to support the channel, because again, I put a lot of effort into this and I would really appreciate your support. That's one of the best ways that you can support me. And I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow because we're going to go into Saturn and Pisces by sign. So I'll have some more slides ready for you then. So be prepared to bring up those beautiful charts and follow along. So I'm sending you all love today and this mantra because it's Mercury Day. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Shanti, Om Peace, Om Love.
Sacred knowledge from the stars. Vedic truth heals ancient scars. Mantras clear the karmic way, bringing light to guide each day. Let the planets show their signs as the cards and stars combine. Ancient wisdom flows through